I mocked every kid's cheap Halloween costume until the last one showed me mine. I think the worst sound in the world is a doorbell on Halloween. It isn't the chime itself, that cheerful, stupid little song. It's the silence that comes after. That breath of cold October air that waits on the other side of the door. The expectation. For years, I've tried to perfect that moment. My decorations are professional grade. My fog machine bill is a fucking nightmare. I give out full-size candy bars, the good stuff, not that waxy chocolate bullshit. I do all of this because I believe in Halloween. I believe in the effort. So when I see kids who don't even try, it's not just disappointing. It feels like a personal insult. It feels like they're wasting something sacred, wasting their youth. I know what that's like, to waste it. That's what I'm thinking when I open the door to her. A little girl, maybe 5 or 6, standing alone on my porch. She's wearing a plain cotton sundress, the kind you'd see on a summer afternoon. Her knees are a mess of raw weeping scrapes, beaded with gravel. She holds up a plastic pumpkin bucket. "Twicko tweet," she says, a lisp whistling through the gap where her 2 front teeth should be. I force a smile that feels like cracking plaster. "Well, hello there. Did you get so excited for candy you forgot to put on your costume?" The little girl just stares. Her eyes are wide and green, a strange, familiar shade of green. She cocks her head. You don't see me?" The question is so odd, it throws me. Of course I see you, sweetie. I just don't see a costume. Her lower lip begins to tremble. A single tear traces a clean path through the dirt on her cheek. Before I can say anything else, she lunges forward and her small hand clamps around my forearm. The strength is shocking. Her grip is like a cold iron shackle. A choked, guttural noise rumbles in her tiny chest. "But she sobs, the words mangled. "I'm past." "Past what?" I try to pull my arm away, but her fingers just dig in harder. I can feel each of her knuckles pressing into my bone. Where the hell are this kid's parents? I scan the long, sloping lawn, past the plastic skeletons rising from their graves, but there's no one. Just more of them. A new pack of kids is marching up my driveway. At least a dozen of them, their cheap costumes a collage of laziness. A ghost in a sheet with crooked eye holes. A vampire with a blanket for a cape and plastic fangs that click against his teeth. They move together, a single, shuffling organism, and the sound of their plastic treat buckets scraping against the pavement sets my teeth on edge. Trick or treat, they chant, but the words are flat, hollow. Smell my feet. Leading them is a girl, maybe 13. She wears leggings and a gray t-shirt with a faint dark stain over the chest. She isn't wearing a costume at all. She's just a girl. She holds a limp pillowcase for candy in one hand, and in the other, she's holding her phone. The case a cheap plastic thing with a very specific, very ugly floral pattern. The exact same ugly floral pattern on the phone case sitting on my kitchen counter. She stops at the bottom step, a smug little smirk playing on her lips. "Give me something good to eat. That's it." A hot flush creeps up my neck. The sheer unmitigated gall. "No," I snap. "Anyone who can't be bothered to put in the effort gets nothing. This isn't a handout." The smirk on the teenager's face doesn't falter. It just widens. "Oh, but this is my costume." "Really?" I say, my voice dripping acid. "And what are you supposed to be?" "I'm you," she says, and she taps her phone. "Right now." My own words die in my throat. I'm wearing a huge, elaborate Red Queen gown, but underneath it, I'm in leggings and a gray t-shirt. And earlier, rushing to get the animatronics working, I'd spilled my morning coffee right down the front. "She doesn't see us," the little one wails, still clamped to my arm. She doesn't see. The teenager's eyes, the same unsettling green as the little girl's, lock onto mine. "Come on, don't be a bitch." "What else are you gonna do with all that candy?" "Maybe I'll eat it all myself," I retort, my voice shaking. "You won't live long enough," she says, her smile gone. And then I notice the others, the whole pack of them, silent, behind her. Their eyes aren't on me. They're fixed on the heavy bowl of candy in my hand. Their jaws are slack, drool, glistening on their chins, dripping onto their cheap masks. Their fingers twitch, curling and uncurling. They look like starving animals. They look like wolves. My blood runs cold. I need to get inside, slam the door, lock it. But the little girl's grip is unbreakable. I'm pinned. My eyes dart around, looking for anything. An adult, a car, a way out. And I see a figure moving slowly up the street. A lone trick-or-treater shambling toward my house. Now, that is a costume, I shout, pointing past the teenagers. A few of them turn, their hungry eyes peeling away from the candy. Then one of them screams. A high, piercing shriek that cuts through the night. The others turn, and a wave of panicked cries ripples through the group. The newcomer keeps coming. It's a girl. I can't tell how old. Her costume is a masterpiece of gore. It looks like she's being eaten alive by insects and rats. Her dress is torn and filthy, and through the rips I can see prosthetic wounds, dozens of them, crawling with hyper-realistic cockroaches and centipedes. They seem to be burrowing into her flesh, tunneling into a living hive. The smell hits me even from the porch steps, a faint, sickly sweet scent of rotten sugar. As she shambles onto the porch, the other kids scramble backwards, falling over each other to get away. They flee, disappearing into the darkness. All except the first little girl, who finally lets go of my arm. She just watches the new arrival with a quiet, solemn look on her face. I rub my arm, a deep ache already settling into the bone. "Honey, that is incredible," I say to the new girl, my first real smile of the night. She says nothing. Her face is a mess of latex and fake blood, but one eye is visible. It's dull, vacant, and fixed on me. The other is a ruined socket, swarming with fake ants. She's really committed to the character. I scoop a huge handful of king-size bars and press them into her hand. It feels wrong. The texture is rough, like chewed leather. Her pinky finger has been stripped of flesh, exposing a slick, white length of bone. Clamped onto that bone, its teeth buried deep, is a small, black rat. Another prop, I figure. A brilliant one. Until I see its whiskers twitch. I yelp and stumble back, the heavy ceramic bowl slipping from my grasp and shattering in the hydrangeas. The girl doesn't move. The rat is still again, perfectly still. Had it moved at all? I must be losing my mind. My cheeks are burning. I'll get more candy, I stammer. Just wait right here. I bolt inside, slamming the door, and head for the cellar. That's where I keep the reserves. The air in the cellar is cold and thick, smelling of dust and damp earth. I pull the chain for the single bare bulb, and it flickers, casting long, dancing shadows. I never come down here. I need to have Annalise clean it out. I find a cardboard box on a shelf, labeled Halloween Leftovers, in my own handwriting. As I pull it down, I see the date written underneath. It's from 4 years ago. The box feels heavy. Too heavy. I peel back the cardboard flaps. The smell hits me like a physical blow, a wave of rancid milk chocolate and fermented corn syrup. I gag, stumbling back. This won't work. This is disgusting. When the spot's clear from my vision, I see it. It's not just one box. The shelves lining the walls are full of them. An entire tomb of old, rotting candy. A graveyard of my own high standards. How could there be so much? Did I really turn that many kids away? A low, grating buzz starts up somewhere in the walls. It sounds like bad wiring. It grows louder as I walk deeper into the cellar, a high-pitched hum that makes my fillings ache. I'll add an electrician to the list. At the very back, I find last year's box. It's taped shut. The candy inside looks okay, just a little sticky. I hoist it up, and something enormous skitters out from behind the shelf. A cockroach the size of my thumb. I scream, jumping back, and crash into the shelf next to me. A box tips over, and a cascade of ancient, melted taffy and liquefied chocolate pours all over me. It's warm and unbelievably sticky. My Red Queen costume is ruined. The goo soaks through to my skin, plastering my clothes to my body. Fucking perfect. As I try to pick myself up, something on a lower shelf catches my eye. An old photo album. It's open to a page in the middle. I don't know how. I haven't touched it in years. I recognize the picture instantly. Me, age 5. I'd just fallen off the swings at the park and knocked out my 2 front teeth. My knees are scraped raw. My face is streaked with tears. I'm the spitting image of the little girl on my porch. You don't see me. I'm past. My breath catches in my chest. Past. P-A-S-T. She was me from the past. The photo has been in this cellar for 2 decades. There's no way she could have seen it. And then, like tumblers in a lock, everything clicks. The teenager. The leggings. The coffee stain. The phone case. I'm you. Right now. Past. Present. Which means the third girl, the one with the bugs and the rot and the one good eye. The one whose gaze held not malice, but a kind of profound sadness, a sage green eye, just like mine. The buzzing in the walls is getting louder. This is stupid. I'm getting out of here. I'll turn off the porch lights, take a long shower, and forget this night ever happened. I grab the doorknob and turn. I grab the doorknob and turn. It doesn't open. The knob turns freely, but the door is stuck fast. Of course it is. I rattle it, then throw my shoulder against it. Nothing. I pull out my phone to text Annalise. She has a key. 2 minutes pass. No reply. It's her night off. Of course she's not answering. Calling 911 feels dramatic. I don't want the neighbors gossiping. I'll just wait. She'll find me in the morning when she comes for her shift. But waiting down here, in the dark, with the smell of decay, my mind keeps replaying it all. The little girl's grip, the teenager's dead eyes, the third girl's horrific costume. My hands are shaking so bad I can barely type. I thought maybe writing it all down would help, get it out of my head. Maybe if I can just make sense of it, it won't feel so real. In the middle of a sentence, the buzzing in the walls changes. It's not a hum anymore, it's a chittering, a wet, clicking sound. It's not in the walls, it's in the room with me. I look up from my phone. Hundreds of tiny gleaming eyes are watching me from the shadows. Rats, cockroaches, ants, all of them grotesquely swollen, fat from years of feasting on my leftover candy. And they're all looking at me. At my skin, saturated and sticky with sugar. They have the same look the children had. Ravenous. I'm on my feet, pounding on the door, a scream tearing itself from my throat. I don't even hear it over the sound of 1,000 tiny scuttling feet. I can't look back. I just stare at the door, at the way the knob turns, but the door won't fucking open. I fumble with my phone, turn on the flashlight, my legs shaking as I feel things start to crawl up my ankles. I shine the light on the door frame. The hinges are gummed up, sealed shut with a thick, sticky substance. Old taffy. I claw at it with my nails, desperate, and then a sharp, searing pain shoots up my arm. I pull my hand back into the light. Clamped onto my pinky finger, its teeth buried deep in the bone, is a small, black rat.